So we're going to do Zag Shield for all that extra base damage. We're going to get Pulverizing Blow Hammer, which doubles our attack. And we're going to see how good these bonks are and kind of let the rest happen for the most part, right?
I can grow strong.
This is Zag Shield. This is the best build you can probably get with Zag Shield in general. You know what I'm saying? And so if you wanted to run Zag Shield, this is sort of what you should aim for. But you probably can't always make sure you get Pulverizing Blow. Your attack hits twice, but does not knock foes away. Dashing Wallop is like the runner-up that was on the bottom there. What do you think, Chad? You think it's going to be good? Am I going to call this run OP? Should that be the bet for y'all? Andy, start a bet. We'll go for chaos here. Would I personally use the term OP? Foes from behind. 69%? I mean, it's a nice percent, I guess. All right. Go for that. Did I reach 6? No, I didn't. I'm sabotaging my own click bait. Well, that's why I'm obviously going to answer yes. Whoop. Thing is, we're not going to use the bull rush. Big attack, big attack, big attack, big attack, big attack. Oh.
I would like none of these. The might of the huntress.
I don't want to gamble on it. We might not even get offered the attack. I don't want to. Oh. Ugh. 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 Hello. Oh, hold on. I don't even have a boon on the attack. All right, I'll take a purple attack. All right, it's still a purple attack and we have the PP running. It's fine. It's fine. We can still get like Heartrend and stuff. Not Heartrend, like Hunter's Mark.
Thanks.
It's good enough. Right, chat?
Thanks.
Aphrodite. Hold on. I knew there was something I needed to do. Swap the attack later? Yeah, maybe. Start bonking, baby. You could be running like this too, chat. Seems pretty good so far. Swap the attack, swap the attack, swap the juicy attack. Didn't swap the juicy attack. Trying to get Heartrend with Passion Dash now is pretty challenging. It's pretty challenging. What else would I want for a dash boon, though? There's actually not many other dash boons I'd want anyway. I don't want Splash Dash in this instance. Base shield without the Zag bonus might be not 40. Might be like something like 25. I think 40 is with it. So it's a pretty sizable increase. The question is, does it actually carry for the whole run to make like decent numbers? All right, I kept getting Dio boons, but it turns out it's because I still had that mod on, right? Hold a dream situation over there. Imagine if we got the win with it, and after that though, it would actually be a massive detriment to try to run with that. Athena, thinking the duo boons here. Athena's actually not great. Let's try to palm the attack. Bonk bonk, bonk 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 bonk. The dash strike is still doing a lot, but I guess when the enemy, you have a bunch of small enemies, that's gonna happen. Do 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 do. 92%. I kind of have a lot of money. I'll buy that. Max health. Jammies. Let's go this way. All right, how fast do we think Megaera is going to go down? Killing freeze? Artemis legendary? Here, not Artemis. Demeter legendary? Okay. 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 I'm not doing the beams. I'll sell that or something. That's not good, though.
Sisters?
Ready, sisters. No quarter.
I'm sliding around. Okay, here we go. We're lined up. We're ready. Okay, that's not fair, though. Bonk, bonk. Hold on, we need the backstab damage. Okay, go away, Tisiphone, or whoever you are. Bonk, 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 bonk. Oh, you know what we gotta do as like a shit-talking run? We gotta do the Bally setup.
She's going to be mad.
We gotta do the Bally setup. Arthur, aspect of Arthur, Poseidon special, double Nova.
Moment, Father.
So much for fears and furies.
Which to choose?
It sounds kind of nightmarish. I guess we'll sell that. It has like no purpose other than filling a slot. 32 heat, yes, it would have to be 32 heat also, yes. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, to be totally honest. I'm really not sure. We already had Artemis's keepsake on. I guess we'll go for more Demeter stuff.
Okay.
Do we have to use the same pack setup? Bally had a rough pack setup. I think it's not fair. I think that's not fair. I get to do a different pact, right? Right, chat?
Now we're getting somewhere.
I have to do the same heat, but I'm gonna lose then. Like this, I can't do anything. First time here. Welcome. What's the goal of this run? We're just using aspect of Zagreus, and we're asking ourselves, will I consider this OP by the end? We got pulverizing blow. How do you make aspect of Zag good, kind of thing, on the shield?
And here we go.
Pulverizing blow is part of the answer. We got hyper sprint, so now we take probably the nectar to try to get rush delivery. I do think this is a pretty good build, but the problem is it's reliant on one hammer.
I know you've.
You know what I mean?
Try this.
Thanks again.
Then there's a runner-up hammer that's okay, but it's definitely not going to feel the same. So any build or aspect that relies on like one hammer in particular is going to have a rough time, kind of. It's going to be really inconsistent. Do. Zag aspects are generally weaker than the rest or just less interesting. They're mostly just less interesting. Like Zag Sword is especially weaker. Let's go! I think they're mostly just less interesting. Like Zag Fist is kind of fine in terms of a power level, but it's just not very interesting. A lot of people still like it mostly just because it's a fist aspect, I think, though. Like Zag Rail is just boring, but it's not a bad aspect. Compared to the others, it's definitely weaker. Like, there's no reason to take Zag Rail over Eris, like, at all. Healing freeze. Zag Sword is just kind of bad across all levels. There's no reason to ever take Zag Sword, really. So you got, like, the attack speed increase. The only thing that I can think of that gets a benefit is if you know you're going to get Flurry Slash. And even then, it's not a big bonus. It's just not good enough. That's probably my vote for the worst aspect in the game in terms of just usability, viability in a lot of ways. We'll be fine, right? Zag Spear has like a couple of things it can do at least. With exploding launcher, even charge skewer is not the worst, I think.
Thought I'd find you here.
Her slash build, even then, it's like you still might as well use Eris.
I'll make this quick. That was my plan. You took my kill.
Even with Zag Spear, you can get Flurry Jab. It's just, the aspect just kind of means nothing. Doodle-doo. Attack. There we go.
That's the end of that.
Doom, dun, dun, dun.
Here's something for the
Shield of Chaos 40%, and the dash is the second. The cast was my third highest damage. You can see how little damage the Passion Dash is doing. It's pretty terrible. We have lots of money. We'll go to the shop. Finally got 32 heat and sword, and it happened with Poseidon aspect for shits and giggles. Got the crit Lady Legendary +2 cast, so that basically carried. Then you are, if you submit your screen, you will be the only person that I found that cleared 32 heat for the first time with Poseidon sword. I collected 137 victory screens, and not a single one had Poseidon sword.
taught and tasty.
Frost Strike. Oh my god. Guess we'll buy this and take that. The only problem is now, oh, we can get Smare. We got one. Yeah, 137 clears and not a single one was with Poseidon sword.
I have to say.
Nor Zag sword, nor Zag spear, nor Guan Yu. There might have been one other aspect. Oh, nor Zag shield. It doesn't mean that they're bad at 32 heat, but I think it says something about... I don't think it really means that they're bad at 32 heat necessarily. Zag sword maybe, but it means that people probably have an aversion to those aspects in general. Because if people are trying to beat 32 heat for the first time, I assume that they're going to go with their favorite probably one of their favorite aspects, and or one that they feel is the strongest for whatever the reason, right? They're probably not gonna up the challenge by taking something they don't like or that they feel is weak. How much damage is the call gonna do? This will be kind of interesting. Failed over and over with Arthur aspect and the other crit after special one, Nemesis. Those two are objectively better? No. I wouldn't say they're objectively better. I would say, on the sword in particular, I think that I personally think all three are probably relatively equal in different ways. I think there are some other aspects for other weapons that are objectively is still going to be difficult to say, but are statistically better, and you would probably have an easier time with. All right, I don't have to sell anything. What's in here? Give me that. I guess I'll buy the Hydrolite too.
That's it for Asphodel.
Dum bum, dum bum, bum bum. Did it with Rama. Like Chiron, Hestia, and Eris are the favorites by far. But again, that doesn't... I don't think that necessarily means... Chiron is way above the rest. So I think that kind of says something about Chiron's ability to beat 32 heat for players that haven't tried before. But after that, like the next like 4-ish aspects are surprisingly even.
That's for last time.
Yeah, that's the thing, like ranged weapons. But the thing is, you also have, like, the fist got quite a few clears, too. And again, I think it comes down to, partially at least, the fact that the fists are so favorited amongst so many players. All right, then.
All right, Lord Zeus.
All right, Lord Zeus. Do, 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 do. This also lends themselves to call builds. I don't know if you like call builds are necessarily a thing unless you're going particularly for Smare. These are often players that don't necessarily know the best boon combinations. None of these really do anything. I guess technically this could come. I've never made a build work with that. Yeah, Smare is kind of like the only thing, and I don't know how many people really aim for something like that.
Here's the fee.
Don't you hate it when it just kind of turns into a Zeus build, chat? I'm spoiling like a YouTube video I'm working on here, and now no one's gonna watch it. Thanks, chat. So I won't say too much more about the stats, but there's definitely a lot of interesting stuff. There's a lot of interesting stuff when you collect 137 victory screens from people who say it was their first time clearing 32 heat. We could still kind of go for Heart Rend, I guess. Baby got back. Good night. Seems pretty good to me. Do we just take Hunter's Mark, or do we actually go for Heart Rend, chatties? We have PP already. Ah, screw it. Why not? Bot to scrape them? I don't know how to do that. I don't know. That sounds pretty difficult to make a bot that could read a victory screen from Hades and dissect which packs got used and which aspects were used, really. Especially when half of them are taken with a cell phone on their big screen TV in their living room. Yeah, so I had to hand type it all in.
All clear.
Dong. I mean, it wasn't a short amount of time, but it wasn't too bad. Demeter. CS Major, by the way. I haven't made like a program in 15 years, though. So, in the last program I made, I remember it was for my, I think it was C++ final. And all I had to do was make a candy vending machine that was interactable, and they could put in the money and stuff like that. I had to make like a kind of a GUI, you know, as they say. I tried to find it, but I couldn't. I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere on my computer, but I just don't know where it is.
In the name of Hades.
Oh. 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 Bob would only save time, plan to continue data collection for a long time. Yeah, that I don't think I can go beyond this. It's just above my expertise. Heart Rend. Guess I'll buy that. Should have bought that first, probably. Level 7 attack. Feels kind of OP, really.
Oh wow.
Don't I think Cold Fusion is overrated? I feel like I see a lot of people talking it up. It's certainly not the worst duo boon, but I feel like as soon as like Zeus and Demeter are on my list of gods, someone inevitably is going to mention Cold Fusion. Hey, you gonna get Cold Fusion? Are you trying to get Cold Fusion? Hey, what if you got Cold Fusion this run? You know, that kind of thing. It's just like, it's just not that good. There's so many. The problem is that, especially if you're picking up a Zeus boon, there's often better boons than Cold Fusion, right?
To my greatest fan.
That was all right, chat. Huh, chat? Matthias, what's up? Thank you for those 4 months.
No tendency to
We got it because of Demeter.
Do I still need
You know what I mean? Whatever. When the best 3 Demeter boons? I mean, maybe in a sense. But yeah, the thing is, if you get it offered from Zeus, chances are there's something better. You know, there's so many different things. Double strike. I mean, you had to have already had jolted. Double strike, even high voltage might be better sometimes. Potentially the legendary. If you don't have the call, then the call would be very strong. Billowing strength is a big one too. I gotta look at the DPS meter. I kind of forgot about it. I kind of forgot. I should have reviewed it at the end of the encounter. Boom, 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 boom. Do 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 boom. Lightning Strike X, Demeter World Chill. That must be Killing Freeze. Lightning Strike X must be the call, huh? All right, Tony, you son of a bitch. Stay right there, Tony. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Looks like meat's back on our menu.
Pick on somebody your own size next time.
I'm looking at the damage now here, right? The call did 7%. Meg did 21% of the health of tiny vermin. I don't think I hit the rats at all. You can see the total damage done was 12,000, so that must be how much health tiny vermin has, I think. But yeah, most of it is still from the attack, which makes sense given how strong we've made it. Placeholder names are pulled directly from the code. Yeah, must be the way. I mean, it's still pretty readable if you just think about it for a second, so I think that's fair. Instead of having to rename everything yourself. That's one thing I don't totally get, but I guess the idea is that there's going to be an internal name for Boons in case they decide to change what the users read for a name in the middle of it. That way they don't have to change, you know, a bunch of lines of code, right? Is that the reasoning why it's not simply, the Boons aren't simply named after what they're actually called in case they decide to change the name, essentially? Which did happen a lot. Taco Cat, thank you for the gift sub. Oh, I'm out of Megs. Boom, 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 da, 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 da. Yeah, they changed a lot of Boon names throughout. Demeter, 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 Demeter.
I'll take this.
Ugh. Demeter, 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 Demeter. Ugh. Well, we can't get the legendary anymore anyway. Demeter, 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 Demeter. Where was, like, Arctic Blast? Exactly, chat. Oh, we could have gotten the legendary.
Let's see what's in here.
Yeah, the old call, the original call, they were called Wrath. Dionysus saw tons of Boon changes when it comes to the namings.
No use.
Okay.
Should be useful.
Dum, bum, ba-da-da-da-da-dum, bum.
No way.
How many chambers do we have to do, though? But how many chambers do we have to do? They're coming for my patience, chat. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards it's OP, and no one plays with it. Of course, you're kind of gambling on that one hammer, huh?
Rewarded.
There's still... Arctic Blast doesn't exist anymore, apparently, chat. It doesn't exist. All right, Rod? Can I? No, I can't get Rod. Get smoked, Rod fans.
Should I take the train?
Dum, ba-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Can't believe I wouldn't give you the rod. There's a joke somewhere in here. There's a joke somewhere in here, right? Head empty, though. Finally.
Shiny.
Just like Freddy's butt? Oh. Double strike. Okay.
Much better. Maybe I should check the other passageways before I leave.
Level 9 attack. Level 9 attack.
Thanks, boy.
Okay. Freddy's butt? I mean, what I was going to say, chat. Freddy's butt, anybody's else's.
Blast would
I can't fix it.
now.
I don't think I can fix it. Ow. Well, I think it's safe to say the attack's going to deal the most damage, but...
Have the most pleasant evening, boy.
Could be going better, I suppose.
And such a shame for that.
Slow him down, Demeter. Slow him down. Oh, shittle. Where you at?
Achilles told you to be
Can't even tell. A bit of a mess over here, chat.
Like that?
no holding back.
Okay, here we go. Well, you need the dash sometimes for rush delivery, though, you know?
No more.
Oh. The call's not doing a small amount of damage, I'd say.
Now, Cerberus.
20% right now. Yo, Cerberus just came for it. Ah! Killing Freeze actually not doing too bad, I feel.
This is
How does Killing Freeze scale again? It's just like a fixed number, isn't it? Kaboom. Let me see this breaky downy. Yeah, I mean, the call still did a lot. Despite how much damage we had on the attack, really, right? The dash did a good amount.
In the name of Hades.
20 heat, that's my record, chat, apparently. Empowering Flight did nothing. Put the call boon on, I guess. Pulverizing Blow is there. And Schmare? Schmare? We had 75% rush to live. I think I'd call this overpowered. Can we call this overpowered? Andy, get the clickbait out. I'm thinking, you know, something tasteful. You know what I mean? So, how is this so OP? Giant text, all bold, all caps, with my face, a little something like this, you know? You know what I'm saying? What do you think, chat? Nice and, you know, respectable.